Good morning. Rector of the University of Porto, distinguished speakers, President of INESC, representatives of the Board of the Faculty of Engineering, President of INESC TEC, members of the audience, dear friends and colleagues. I'd like to start by welcoming you all and thank you for your presence here in our first INESC TEC Autumn Forum, which happens as part of this commemoration of our 30th anniversary, but is something we want to keep organizing on a regular basis, trying to gather the R&D community, companies, and other institutions to discuss how a better understanding of each other's needs and difficulties can lead to a more intense collaboration and a better performance of all of us. This year, the forum is intended to discuss the role of R&D and innovation as fundamental driving forces for economic and social development in a set of areas: health, sea, energy, and industry. In the afternoon, 4 panels with participants, the participation of very distinguished guests will discuss separately these 4 themes. We need to understand their views in order to be able to devise a strategy and take the necessary actions to put in practice our motto, from knowledge generation to science-based innovation. But in the morning session, we'll start in a couple of minutes. We are going to listen to 3 different views over more general topics. We will start with Rikardo Bueno, who is Director of Research of Tecnalia. Tecnalia is a foundation for research and innovation in the Basque Country with an impressive track record in innovation and technology transfer. The Basque Country is well known for a significant success in these areas, and to listen to Rikardo's views and their strategy, both in the past and for the future, is something I'm sure will be of great value. Then we'll have half an hour coffee break, and we'll come back to listen to Mike Wright's presentation. Mike is a professor of entrepreneurship at Imperial College Business School in London and director of Center for Management Buyout Research. His talk will be about academic entrepreneurship in the coming decade, which is, for an institution like INESC TEC, very important, but I'm sure to all of those mobilized to modernize our economy is of the utmost importance. Finally, we'll listen to Heinrich Flegel, who is member of the supervisory board at Daimler AG and chairman of the European Technological Platform MoneyFuture, the goal of which is to assure the future of a competitive and sustainable manufacturing in Europe. This view of someone with a long experience in one of the most successful companies in Europe and the world, associated with the efforts to promote the industrial transformation based on research and innovation, will complete a diverse set of perspectives on the issues under analysis. It is our privilege to have been able to gather here in our conference such distinguished speakers. In the name of INESC TEC, I'd like to express publicly my gratitude. But before giving the floor to Rikardo, I'd like to do 2 things. First, in order to prepare those of you who I expect that will be all of you who will come to the concert, I will ask you to download the app, ape.bell, which is announced outside, that will allow you to participate in the concert with your smartphone, to do it before going to Casa da Música. There will be people here in the conference wearing visible T-shirts to help you to do it. So this is just a practical issue. But second, I'd like to invite the rector of the University of Porto, who was previously the dean of our Faculty of Engineering, and who is also the president of the General Council of INESC TEC, to make an opening address. Sebastião, would you mind, please?
So dear members of this opening panel, dear colleagues, dear guests, so many relevant personalities I'm not going to mention. I'm just going to say collectively, good morning. I would like to thank the organization for giving me the floor on this moment. I was supposed to speak in the afternoon as far as I understand, but really, and you understand that with my life this afternoon, it's not possible for me to be here. And I wanted to say 2 or 3 very, very short words. And essentially is to mention that to be a witness and give this witness account that INESC, with its 30 years of life, 35 of INESC, the original INESC, and José Tribolé is here, and I'd like to greet him on this occasion. But this 30th anniversary of INESC Porto, which nowadays is INESC TEC, is, I think, only possible for 2 reasons. There are several, but I chose 2 which are, from me, very striking. The concept itself and the model of governance. And when I say this, of course, and the quality of the people that we are able to attract, and this is no question, Portugal on this moment has a tremendous quality in human resources. It has a reasonable quality in the substance and material aspects, in the patrimony, in the means, the facilities, the equipment. So it's really the concept and the model of governance that eventually dictate the quality of the trajectory. And I think there is no doubt, there are no doubts, nobody has any doubt of the tremendous quality and of the relevance of the work that INESC has been doing all over these years. And right now, at this moment that they are commemorating the 30th anniversary, the relevance for the Portuguese economy, for Portuguese science, for the Portuguese development that INESC has in our society, and for sure with the University of Porto. I understand that there are about 130 colleagues, more or less, of the university working within this framework, working with INESC, in INESC. And this also says that for us, strictly speaking of the university, it's a major instrument for our development. Together, of course, with the groups of other universities, of the Polytechnic, and I greet Rosário Gamboa, well, together with all these colleagues from different areas, they are doing their way, and that is it. That's essentially what I wanted to say. Many congratulations for your 30th birthday or anniversary, and let's keep working for the future of Portugal, not forgetting that things are not so easy nowadays on this moment, and I hope we can find the way for development, because if we don't find, who pays? People pay. People pay the cost of our lack of capacity of doing well. Thank you very much.
Okay, good morning. Thank you to the organizers, dear friends at INESC. I wish also a very quick recovery to our colleague Eberhard Bessi from Daimler. But anyway, I'm very happy to be here today, invited by our colleagues from INESC, and I would like to make a short presentation about how the, let's say, innovation ecosystem has evolved in the Basque Country in the last also around 30 years, and how our own research and technology organization, Tecnalia, evolved in parallel to this. So, regarding the strategy for the Basque Country regional development, there have been different phases from the 80s that were very tough, with a very heavy industry that was declining and even disappearing, to the 90s with a reinvention of the region, and we come to the 21st century. So I think there is one important thing is that there was a model to combine competitiveness and solidarity. I mean, looking for not only economic development, but human development, and that this has been maintained, sustained during many years. So as I was telling you, in the 80s, there was a change from industry based on very heavy industries, declining. There was, very terrible unemployment rates, over 20%, and very big crisis. So there was a need to do something in face of it. So to prepare for the future. And this came together just after the democracy came to Spain, and with some capabilities also for self-government, autonomy in the Basque Country. So at the end, at the 80s, there was starting to prepare for the future, mainly, for instance, in the industrial part, generating some clustering of industry, cluster strategy, just to overcome some barriers. So we see here the status of autonomy, the industrial crisis. In the 90s, there is a growth and there is a focus on investment, on creating infrastructures for research, on restructuring. In the 21st century, now the focus is more on innovation, in making, generating output from research and technology. And now we are in the phase of, a new regional innovation strategy, more addressing the improvement of productivity, diversification through innovation, and internationalization. So the 80s, maybe the most important is restructuring the industry, then generate, and this were maybe, I don't know if it's parallel to INESC here, but creating technology centers in the 80s to promote research activities in companies. I mean, that was totally unknown at that time. To develop technology parks, to train researchers, and to start making industrial and technology policies. In the 90s, there is I would say, a change of focus. There is not only industrial recovery, restructuring, reorientation of labor. We entered also the European Union. There is a clusterization of economy, and there are several clusters that are generated for automotive industry, for machine tools, and from some other. And there is already a first industrial technology plan. And in the second part of the 90s, there is the science and technology plan. We try to converge science and technology, the world of the university, with the world of the industries and technology centers. And there is a very clear economical growth. And then in the last, this century already, there is a change, I mean, from growing the supply policy in the first years of this strategy, I mean, creating research infrastructure, research centers, and so on. There is a change to put the focus in the demand, I mean, to support the companies making a more sophisticated demand of research and technological services. And also there is a plan to diversify towards other sectors such as biotechnologies, but always without forgetting our very solid ground in some other areas, mainly manufacturing. And there is in the second part of 2006 to 10, there is some continuity in the technology and innovation plan. There is some diversification to nanotechnologies, bioscience, and so on. And we try to converge the research activity with the European average and to become one strong region in the European field. And very recently now we are addressing more complex structure. We are trying to adapt our strategy to this future. There is stronger convergence between the research organizations and the universities. And as I tell you, this diversification, together with this picture here that shows our innovation strategy. We made an analysis of strengths, of weaknesses, and there are three main focuses for the innovation strategy, regional innovation strategy in the Basque Country. Here we see in this image, in the bottom side, which are the most relevant industrial sectors or business sectors in the region, some areas of opportunity related to health or to the energy challenge and so on, and some capabilities on key technologies in the region. And analyzing this, we see that there is a very strong basis, which is manufacturing technologies. I mean, our specialization, the ground is advanced manufacturing, with a field of application very clear for energy, and with a, let's say, more promising future-related aspects in bioscience. We made, to define this strategy, this analysis, so we see that manufacturing is very strong historically, also because of the business skills we have and the technological capabilities. Energy as well is strong on this, and also because there is a very clear strategy since a long time, and we see it's a very promising opportunity also for the future evolution of our business. And biosciences, where, okay, we have a strategy, we are not as strong, but again, here we see that there are opportunities for the future. So this summarizes the specialization strategy for the Basque Country. So summarizing, I think what's important here, we see different perspectives. I mean, the European one, then the Basque government strategy all over the years. It has been a sustained policy supporting research and innovation independently of the, let's say, of the color of the ruling party. They kept this effort during years and years with a clusters policy, developing technology infrastructures, making plans for science and technology, and for some aspects. So at the end, we try to move towards a knowledge economy, also to focus on the market, I mean to have results, to value the capabilities in the country, and very close public-private collaboration. I think this is also something happening here. As I told you, some of the strength, it's the industrial strength. If we compare the weight of industry in our economy, it's above 24%. Average in Spain was around 15. In EU27, it was a bit less than 20%. So we think that this is one of the strengths of the economy in our region. And okay, and I think I already commented some aspects of this strategy, some results of this. We have a strong innovation system, and with at the end, this has impact in GDP per capita, several indicators, human development indicators of our region. Okay, so probably, from my point of view, the most relevant thing is that is an effort done together by the government, by the politician, together with the society and main stakeholders at research centers, industries, universities, and this was maintained through the years, no? With some clear goals and measuring the impact. In parallel, just a few words about evolution of Tecnalia. Tecnalia, okay, we were 8 research centers. You see, created some of them many, many years ago in the 50s, many of them in the 80s, some of them in the 90s, and we went towards a merger 4 years ago. So we started with an alliance, more and more centers joining the alliance, And at the end, the alliance had some limitations. We wanted a stronger integration. So we went to a merger in January 2011. So it's the largest applied research center in Spain. This is our goal. I mean, very much focused into generating economical impact, I mean, from knowledge. And our trustees, I don't know if you can see, but the majority of the trustees in our government boards are industries. There is 75% of the board of trustees are industries, and 25 are institutional, I mean, Basque government and local university. So we are around 1,400 people, 200 with PhD. Okay, we already have more than 150 people in newly created technology-based companies. Okay, some figures of our income are around 100 million euro last year. We have more than 4,000 companies that are our customers. And we have created, okay, many new companies with, okay, some entrepreneurship is becoming more and more important. I think this is also, these are our sources of income. I mean, more than half is contracts with industry. It's 53%. 15% is basic funding from the Basque government, and 32% it's public funding in competition, mostly in the European field. These are our fields of activity, so construction, energy, innovation strategies, ICT, industry, and health. The biggest and strongest one are energy and environment, and industry and transport manufacturing. We try to address main challenges of our societies. I mean, we see here the aging, the challenge of aging, the industry of the future of the cities. Okay. And and as I told you, we are very much in line also with the regional specialization strategies. I mean, in advanced manufacturing, energy, and biosciences. What we do is mostly research projects under contract, but also we provide some technological services. We have increasing activity in ventures, I mean in creation of new companies. Now I think it's over 3% of our income. And we also made some kind of technology-based consultancy. Okay, open innovation. We are in many places in the world with offices, research teams and so, but mostly in Spain and in the Basque Country. We have alliances. In the left side, you see more the technological offer, so mostly and first with the local universities and then with some other research centers in Europe. And here in the right side, we see the connection to the industrial clusters and industrial associations. So we have some alliances also through Europe. We are strong in the European Framework Program, but maybe it's not so relevant at this moment. But we are the second entity after the Spanish Research Council in Spain. In the Framework Program 7, we had a big success with many projects and many contracts. I think this is important. I mean, we don't go alone to European projects, but we go with local industries and we accompany them to European research. And we are also not only participating in projects, but there are so many strategic initiatives in Europe, such as technology platforms, such as Manufuture. Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay. Some important initiatives, as I told you, Manufuture or Factories of the Future, where we are also together with our colleagues from INESC, or new initiatives regarding the EIT and so on. Okay, some more figures, but at the end what we want is society wants Tecnalia to exist, and then, okay, some indicators of wealth we are creating in our region. I mean, regarding what we are contributing, companies that we are creating, employment that we have and we are generating around, is how we address also, okay, some aspects related to competitiveness of the region. So at the end, a big organization. And as I commented before, I mean, the path of the Basque strategy and Tecnalia are not independent. We have had from the very beginning also strong support, first in the creation of the research organizations, then in the integration itself through this alliance and this support to become a stronger research and technology organization. And at the end, also in the merger itself, there was full support from our regional government. So these processes went, there was this support through all our life, this went in parallel, and at the end, okay, we think that there has been a long-lasting support to the establishment, to the consolidation, to the merger of research centers in Tecnalia. So at the end, this is also a milestone for our regional development strategy. And also, as I commented in the beginning, this coherence over time, no, at the end, it has been a key success factor for all this. So thank you for all this. Obrigado. I'm very happy.
Well, now, as it was planned, we'll have a short coffee break. I think we'll have time to around 25 to 30 minutes, if you agree, and then we'll come back to the remaining of the session. Thank you.